then only you know whether what you've taught them your student has learned. Your student can be nodding the head, doesn't mean they have learned, right? And for them to learn, they have to be active, which means please read up these pedagogic models a little bit more. Let's say this is my lesson plan, I'm planning to do this today, can you make me an exit ticket for this and try it out in your class. You go take that exit ticket and try it in your next class.
Academicians and stalwarts in the field of education for decades. Really, I'm honored to be here because I could witness many of the seniors in the field of academician and academics, and I respected the principal of the college and the resource person of the wing, Srimati Bindu Tirumali Madam. If we have that mentality, I'm sure that till our last breath, we will keep learning as much as possible. And as in the keynote address, the principal was telling about the change that is required to be adopted. And what is permanent is the change. If you want to change the society, let's change ourselves first so that we can think of changing the society within anything. And most of us agree with me that we got sandwiched between the two generations.
We are entering into the 5th industrial revolution. First industrial revolution, if it is with the machinery. Second industrial revolution was computer. Third industrial revolution for communication. Fourth industrial revolution for interaction between the machine and the technology. The fifth is the machine interacts directly with these softwares, and with a little bit of prompt it is able to execute. So we are on the verge of 5th industrial revolution. With this, we have to make our students ready for industry. To make our students ready for industry, as a teacher, we must know what is going on at the global level and where do we stand with respect to our country, how much we are making our students ready for the future. So for this larger perspective, we need to learn technology. It is not your life. You may not like. Don't do it at home. Okay? Don't do it at your personal level. But in order to march with the way what is going on in the world, we need to adopt. Okay? Without which we will lag behind. ನಾವು ಒಬ್ರು ಹಿಂದೆ ಉಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ 1000 ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹಿಂದೆ ಉಳಿತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಷ ಕೂಡ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಈಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಗತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅವ್ನು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿ MSc ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಔಟ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗರು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂಚೂರು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಮ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಂದಾನೇ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು ಒಂದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶನ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೇಮ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನೋ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅವರು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ
ಗುರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. With due respect to all teachers here, we had a very wonderful and mesmerizing session ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ being teachers we have all teaching skills, but knowledge sake, especially women, I'm taking an example. Due to time constraint, it is somewhere we lag behind acquiring the knowledge. But due to ChatGPT and Meta AI, in classroom itself, I search so many things. Like I give some homework to the students, just recall this topic, I just come back to you. If I get any doubt on the spot, I just clear in the mobile itself. Okay, I think this makes a lot of sense. And today, Madam has given a lot of clarifications, and as well as like ChatGPT. Even I'm completing my PhD. Still I'm in the process of PhD. I use ChatGPT, but not to this extent. I think Madam has given a clarification on prompt specification, and 2 or more options. I didn't know this, like 2 or more options for one problem. So that one also I came to know, and different applications, software applications for enhancing our teaching skills. And Bindu madam, I think I was just felt like a consistent teacher. Madam told maths teacher, no, she's not a maths teacher, she's social science teacher only for us. Because like since morning we are looking at her, she's been smiling, and but today it was very fruitful for me especially. Thank you very much, ma'am.
ಲಂಚ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿಯೋ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಇತ್ತು. ಇವಾಗ ಲಂಚ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಯೋಚನೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ, ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾಳೆ ಹಾಲಿಡೇ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಂದ ಈಚೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಏನೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾಟ್ ಜಿಪಿಟಿ.
Namaste everyone. First of all, thank you very much for our dear principals of all the institutions and our SDR team. The session was really too good. Actually, I'm a YouTuber, was not creating the content from past 1 year. After attending this session, I'm feeling like creating my YouTube content immediately. Like at least one video in a month, definitely. I do that. Thank you for giving motivation, ma'am. And even though you are knowing how to use ChatGPT in the beginning, you are like, what is this? Like everything we know, like we are learning same thing. Then after second session, we felt like really it is useful, and we have learned many things. Like what is the meaning of prompt, what is LLM, many more things. And we learned how to use the tools like Canva and many other tools.
It's about how we as a teachers or lecturers or professors can use these tools to make learning more personalized and more fun-loving. Just we tried with that skit. There were many names. If you just feed the AI like you're American, it will give the American names. If you give it the Thailand, Singapore, it will give that names. So we thank ma'am for guiding us the whole day. Without any changes in her emotions. We have seen that AI is not just about the machine, but it is about helping us make learning.
So in the initial days we just tried, but later somewhere Google, we were using it some years, so somewhere we were comfortable with Google itself and the Meta AI. So but today after listening to all this ChatGPT, exactly how to work, especially the 2-3 lesson plans, all that was really very interesting, and that rubrics, co-grader, I really loved it a lot. So I think we have to use all of them. Quizlet and Canva, yes, we were using it, but many more apps are there, yes, we have to explore, and teacher is always a learner. So you have made us realize that teacher is always a learner.
This session about the ChatGPT is very interactive. And nowadays, this ChatGPT is required for everyone. Even the Nobel Prize winners this year in chemistry and physics, they depended on the ChatGPT, and using that they are able to solve some problems related to the structure of the protein in chemistry. And we also required to adopt this ChatGPT to make our work simple. But finally, so what the ChatGPT does, that skills. Other than that, what ChatGPT does, we have to develop the other skills. So then it is very important for us. Thank you.
In 5 minutes, all I have to do is check whether the questions are correct and the answer is correct. So that way I think teachers are really empowered and we can make our lessons much more meaningful.
And as well as interaction is very needed, or else it will fail out. And I really appreciate the consistency of delivering the presentation throughout till 3 o'clock of our Viduma. A very good consistency, and I learned too. Thank you so much for our principal ma'am for giving this opportunity, and meeting you all. I got to know who are there in our family. Thank you so much.